Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm Friday. I am posting really late, and I'm here to talk to you about Australia Day.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Hi, so first up, I need to apologise for being really late with my Friday post this week. I've just been so busy with work and it's just sort of gotten a bit out of hand, but it's kind of worked out for the best because I'm in Australia, as you know, and today in Australia it's Australia Day, which gives me a good opportunity to talk to you guys about some of my favourite Australian authors and their books that they wrote and why I like them. Probably first up, the people I'm going to talk to you about is Marcus Zusak, who wrote The Book Thief. I don't know if you guys have read it. If you haven't, you definitely need to. It's such a good read. And I think one of the things that I liked the most about it the first time I read it was the way he just sucks you into the world that he creates. It was just so easy to believe. And it was one of those books that you read where the words, they make you think, but they don't make you feel stupid. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was really involving and there were layers and there were themes and it was a great read that was really accessible and didn't sort of, put you off with too much work as such. The second book I want to talk to you about is John Marsden's So Much to Tell You. This was probably one of the first books I read as a teenager where I just really thought, wow, it really blew me away. It was really dark and twisted, and I think compared to the other sort of books that I'd been used to reading, which might have just been a style thing or it might have been consistent of a lot of other books of the time, was that there wasn't anything out there that felt like it was as real, that gave as much, that, delved into the darker side of society, that wasn't afraid to reference like boozing and drugs and all that sort of stuff. So I thought that was it was just so broken and so beautiful, and I'd probably read that book maybe every couple of years because it's just one of those books that really has stuck with me, And third would have to be Kate Forsyth's Dragonclaw. I'm not usually a spec fic reader. I really like my contemporary, and I remember when I was younger, I didn't read a lot of spec fic either, but I picked this book up because a friend of mine told me that I would like it, and oh my goodness, it was so good. It was a part of a greater series, The Witches of Eileanan, which I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, Kate Forsyth. But anyway, it was so good, and I think what she did really well was she created these characters that you could somehow really relate to, even though I've never had the problem of being a witch and stuck in a society where, there are all these different constraints. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it too much, but she made them so real and so easy to read, and I think that's what sort of really drew me into that spec fic world. It was really fantastical, and she just did such a great job of it. And she's still going now. Actually, she's published I think 29 books off the top of my head. So she's this amazingly prolific author who just keeps on going and going. And yeah, if you guys haven't heard of her and you like sort of fantasy, she's definitely worth checking out. I couldn't recommend her enough. Yeah, well, that's all from me today, but I just wanted to say Happy Australia Day, and why don't you guys sort of check out some Australian literature soon?